Hello guys, this morning I'm doing some cleanup in here because it was very dirty. I cut, I nailed, I installed, I did all kind of stuff in here, so it was very dirty. When working with the vacuum, I see that the floor has been installed after the side, so I can see the edge of the plywood sheet all around the floor except under the door. And as you remember in a previous video, I built a 6 inches extension base underneath the camper, so technically the inside floor could go away, or I could get rid of it, so I could possibly gain 2.5 inches, 3.5 inches. I don't know how they build that, but I'm very tempted to just remove this cage here, which is used for the water tank and the battery. I will rebuild it anyway, so I'm very tempted to remove this box and remove the plywood sheet and see what it looked like underneath. The only thing I will have to do, if I do it, is lower the door at the new floor level. It would not be so much or too much trouble, at least having a look at it. So I've decided that I will remove all the screws. I will cut the sheet on this side because these walls have also been built on the sheet. So I will cut the sheet here. I will unscrew all the screws on it and I will have a look underneath. If I cannot do anything, I will just install a support under this section that I will just cut, and I will reinstall it. So this will be the job for today because I'm very curious to see what it looked like underneath. Just this one in. So I removed the door. I'm getting ready to remove the screws here, and for the rest I will have no choice but to cut it. Come on, my long bit. Where's Please come. Yep. There we go. Garbage. I cut everywhere where I think it's holding. I cut this section through completely through the plywood. Sorry. Same here. It seems loose all around. I will remove these little nails so I don't hooked up to anything. I cut here, instead of cutting under the post and trying to reach the screw, I just cut the plywood straight away on both sides. I will remove the nails, and since I have this box here, I will try to lift this side completely and try to slide it out, but let's see how it will go. Fucking 2x4 here. Come on. Because what it's holding me is the front there, and I don't want to dismantle this parts, or destroy these parts, because it's holding the jack post. So I don't have much choice but to cut a strip in my sheet of plywood. There we go, and one piece removed. Ooh, does it fit in the door? That's another question though. Yeah, it will fit in the door. Yeah, so that's a very good news. Of course, I will have to keep the side pieces because it's holding the frame of the camper, but I will be able to lower at least my main floor. And since my second floor, the floor I just built underneath, is under the frame and not just under this 2x4. But let's start slowly. Let's start removing one piece at a time. I know the 90 degrees angle that holding my subfloor are bolted to this 2x4 here, so I might have to cut it in pieces, but let's see about that. Okay guys, so it will be a lot of work removing this framing, because I got a lot of screw that I will need the 2x4 to cut between the screws until I can split the wood without hitting the screws, because I'm scared of damaging something outside. So I will split it at every screw until I removed every 2x4. The thing is, it will be a very slow process with a lot of work, so I won't bother recording all of it, because I will waste time going downstairs, replacing batteries, emptying the SD card. So instead of recording all the process of removing this, I will give you some update frequently so you know what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. So stay tuned. Okay guys, almost done removing the main frame. I haven't attacked the surrounding yet because I'm not sure yet if I will remove it or simply let it there and have kind of a little kick plate on the side. This side, as I said earlier, it's not important because I will have a step anyway for the table to be high enough for our knee or for being comfortable when we're sitting at the table. In the front, it's not important as well because there will still have been a box for the water tank. So mainly is this side, so I will probably remove only this side because I don't want to have a kick plate at the bottom of the countertop and the fridge and the stove, not the stove but the burner or the sink, stuff like that, so we can be as close as possible to the counter. But yeah, it's going well. As I said, it's a lot of work because I'm trying to save a bit of the aluminium, and there's a lot of hidden screw under the 2x4, so it's kind of cut, use a grinder, use the skill saw. It's a bit of using every tool to keep or to cut or to remove the longest piece as possible without having to cut every 4 or 5 inches. But it's going well, so stay tuned. This is it guys, the aluminum is removed and now I'm actually standing on the plywood completely underneath the camper. Obviously it's not made to hold my weight for very long, so I keep my weight where my bench are. But now I will remove all the angles. I've started to remove some already. I will cut this piece. I will take my measurement obviously, but around here, and this one I will cut it or try to remove all of it, at least until the water tank box. But as soon as I will finish cutting these, cleaning up, I will give a good vacuum pass, and after that I will reinstall the plywood that was there before, since it's the perfect fit. When I said a lot of work to remove this piece, I didn't lie. There was so many screws and nails holding everything behind that I had to break the piece in 1,000 pieces to remove it completely. So now the next step will be to take the grinder, cut all those screws and nails. After that I will take the vacuum, I will remove all the dust, all the crap in there. After that I will cut the plywood with the new shape and I will install it. But I believe now that seeing the floor, or the inner floor like that, I'm very tempted to make some storage in there, because there's a lot of room and it's brand new and it won't affect the stability of the frame. So yeah, we'll give a good thought about it, because it's very tempting. But anyway, for now I will clean this mess up and I will install the plywood. I will mark where all my joists are installed, so if I want to install a storage compartment after the plywood will be there, it will just be a matter of cutting the plywood. But let's jump to the cleanup now. And the other thing is, I want to reinstall my door before it's getting too dark, because we're Sunday and I cannot work on a camper during the weekdays, so I need to reinstall this door today. So this is it, guys. My door is reinstalled. Of course, not a brand new door. I want to buy a new bezel for this window. I will replace it because it's pretty ugly. I haven't reinstalled the plastic that hide the screws here, because I want the silicone to cure before. And here, as you can see, the other floor was at this height, plus this plywood on top of it. So I dropped exactly 3 inches and a half. So I will have more headspace, since I am 5'10" and almost hit the roof every time I'm getting inside. I'm not done yet. As you can see, there's a piece missing in the front of the camper. This is the piece I cut because I was not able to remove it. While I was there with the floor removed, I take the opportunity and fish a wire, because my battery will be in the front, but all my electric component, my power converter / smart charger will be here, as well as all the junction for the switches and the main power. So everything will be here. It was less trouble doing it like that than starting all the wiring in the front of the camper, and I didn't have any real place to fish all the wires. While here, as I show you in the previous video, my switches are there and the parking lights, everything is there. It will go here in that hole where all the electrical will be located, and I will have a hole here because the connection for my trailer hitch, it's on the right side, so I will have a hole under the camper connecting directly in the connection on my truck. So this is it for now. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification button so you'll receive a notification as soon as I will release the next video on my camper build. So on this, I wish everybody a great day and see you later. Bye.